So in the fictional world of One Piece, we have many different races and species, all with their own selection of beautiful and powerful women. We have humans, mermaids, minks, giants, whatever Eam is, and more. Like, the list just goes on and on. So today I finally decided to make a list on the top 30 most breedable and beautiful women in the entire One Piece series. To do this, we've gone through every female character in every form of One Piece material. I'm talking non-canon OVAs, movies, card games, and even just the anime and manga. We've searched the absolute depths and only selected the truly hottest of One Piece female characters. So without wasting any more of your time, let's begin with the first on our list of top 30. It's number 30, Manny, the dark-skinned, curly-haired beauty from the Bellamy Pirates. This lovely lady is one of their combatants, but like most of that crew, she didn't actually take part in any of the fights. She just kinda sat around drinking and looking incredibly good almost all of the time. There's not a lot to really say about her outside the fact that she's incredibly hot and definitely my type. So we'll just leave it at that and move on to number 29, Charlotte Amande, aka the Demon Lady. She's the third daughter of the Big Mom Pirates and Big Mom's seventh child overall. She's an officer of the Big Mom Pirates and serves as Totoland's Minister of Nuts. She's tall, slim, extremely pale, and possesses one of the longest necks in the entire One Piece world, which is potentially the biggest reason for why she is even on this list in the first place. But aside from her stunning beauty, she's also said to be incredibly loyal, highly ruthless, and kinda sadistic at the same time. So yeah, she's just gotta be on my list. Like, look at her, she's absolutely gorgeous. But now quickly moving on, we have number 28, Nami's mother, Bellamere. Bellamere was a former marine and adoptive mother of Nami and Nochiko. She was a tall, slim woman with long fuchsia hair tied into a ponytail. She had grey eyes and an incredibly unique hairstyle that Oda even called "Women Have Guts." She was eventually killed off by Arlong, but honestly that sacrifice that she did for her kids just made her even more attractive to me. So yeah, she takes number 28 slot with ease. Up next we have number 27, Mozu and Kiwi. They're sisters that are almost never seen apart, so I have them both as the 27 pick. Mozu and Kiwi were part of Franky's entourage back in Water 7. They were both incredibly loyal and trustworthy to him and the other members of the Franky crew. And although they aren't twins, their appearance is almost identical in every way. They are almost always seen in bikini tops, slacks, and high heels, and they're both absolutely cute as fuck, and the fact that you get two for the price of one just makes them incredibly desirable in my opinion. So yeah, 27 for them. Moving on, we have number 26 in my Mihawk ship. It's Perona. Perona is like my guilty pleasure lady. I don't really understand why I like her so much, but I do, and I can't help it for some strange reason. She has this goth emo aesthetic paired with pink hair and round eyes. She's incredibly stunning in a watch your ass or she'll kill you kind of way. She's somehow adorable and scary to me at the same time. So yeah, I got her as number 26, but honestly, given the right day, she could easily make the top 10. Up next we have number 25, Makino, one of the first One Piece characters to ever actually turn my head in the series. Makino was a bartender back in Fuchsia Village. She is now the owner of Party's Bar and the mother of an unknown child, a child that I suspect is actually Shanks's. Makino is very kind and sweet and had the aura of a mother about her way before she even became one, which is why on this list of the most attractive female characters, she ranks higher than some that I'd consider on the surface to be even hotter than she is. Like, that protective instinct that comes from being a mother is just an incredibly attractive feature in my opinion, and deserves so much more respect and love than she actually gets within the series. So yeah, top 25 for her easily. Up next we have number 24, the poor man's Nami, Charlotte Pudding. Pudding is the 35th daughter and the 76th child of the Charlotte family. She's a hybrid between a human and a member of the Three-Eyed Tribe. She was once Sanji's arranged fiancée, but is now a slave to the Blackbeard Pirates. She's cute in a fairly basic kind of way, so the number 24 slot is just a safe position for her to remain. Moving on to number 23, and trust me, I'm not into bestiality, but Carrot is extremely hot. Carrot gets the number 23 slot because not only is she an incredibly cute and adorable rabbit mink when in base, but also an incredibly sexy looking Sulong when the full moon appears. Like, her long flowing white hair paired with her red blood-stained eyes just excites me in a whole new level whenever she appears on the screen. But quickly moving on, however, we have number 22, Jin Rummy, who is one that many of you probably forgot even existed in the One Piece universe. Jin Rummy was the Shinoichi to the Beast Pirates. She has pink hair, light blue eyes, and is almost always seen in very little to no clothing. She gives off extreme Dami-Mami energy, which is always a plus in my book. So yeah, number 22 for her. At number 21, we have the former ABG. I'm not talking Asian baby girl, I'm talking a former big girl. It's Alvida, but the Alvida that we saw after she consumed the Smooth fruit. She is normally seen in a cowboy hat with long flowing black hair and blue eyes, and tends to get her feet out quite a lot in the series, which means the feet pics are never too hard to find. She's also kind of a dominant woman who likes to belittle weak-willed men on board her ship, which is always kind of a hot trait to find in any woman. So yeah, the 21 slot easily goes to the ABG Alvida. But now at number 20 we got the hottest of clones, Stussy. Stussy is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, big-breasted former government spy for CP0. She's incredibly attractive to anyone with eyes and was once an emperor of the underworld under the epithet Queen of the Pleasure District. which also potentially means that that tongue of hers is potentially good for more than just licking up blood. She's also a strong, sly, sneaky woman who was able to even get the drop on the likes of Rob Lucci back in Egghead. So yeah, number 20 for the clone Stussy. At number 19, we got a shocking pick, which is Monette, the glasses-wearing, quick-tempered, green-haired scout and assistant to Caesar Clown. Monette is an older sister of Sugar and somebody who had her original arms and legs replaced with bird limbs, so that she could have the appearance of a harpy. Despite this, however, her nerd-like appearance is actually incredibly attractive to me, which is an incredibly big reason for why she makes the top 20 on this list of beautiful One Piece women. But now quickly moving on, we got number 18, and the first mermaid to make the list. It's Mero. Mero is a young mermaid with long flowing blue hair with a yellow flower attached to the right side of it. She has blue eyes and normally wears a revealing purple bikini with a flower pattern on the side. Her fishtail has the colour of pearl blue, and her personality, like most of the mermaids, is kind and caring. And if Sanji didn't already have dibs on pretty much every mermaid in the series, then I'd be straight in there faster than the Flash. Up next we got number 17. It's Hina, aka Black Cage Hina. Hina is a marine officer and former classmate of Vice Admiral Smoker. She's a tall, slim woman with dark brown eyes, pink hair, and dark red lipstick. Her devil fruit allows her to make cages appear out of her body, which can then be used to pin down anyone she wishes. Hina is also immensely sober and dignified, rarely showing any significant emotion at all, which actually makes a pleasant change from the modern woman of today. So yeah, the main reason for her being so high on the list is probably due to the fact that she's dignified and quiet at the same time. Up next we got number 16, Khalifa. Khalifa is another blonde-haired CP0 agent. And like most of the women on this list, she's tall, slim, and curvaceous. She has blue eyes and glasses, and at this point I think it's fairly obvious that I like blue eyes and glasses. She carries herself with dignity and has enough confidence in her appearance that she doesn't actually give a fuck who sees her in the bathtub naked. She's fairly strong in her own right and most definitely belongs in this list of One Piece's most beautiful. At number 15, we have the first member of Sword on the list. It's Kujaku. She's a sharply dressed young woman with long strawberry blonde hair, green eyes, and a pink collage hat decorated with an M on the front. She's a domineering woman who often employs flirtatious yet abusive language to her fellow Marines and even superiors. She's hot in a no fucks given kind of way and most definitely belongs at the number 15 slot. But now at number 14, we have potentially the hottest mother in the entire series. It's Robin's mother, Nico Olivia. Olivia was an archaeologist from O'Hara who studied the poneglyphs up to the day that she died. She resembles her daughter Robin in almost every way possible before the time skip. She shared identical facial and physical features, while also sharing nearly identical shaped and coloured eyes. Olivia had long beautiful white hair and was incredibly strong-willed, which I think we can all agree is a very attractive feature for any woman to have. So her place at number 14 is a deserved one and fairly safe at that. Quickly moving on, however, we have number 13, Baby 5, the former servant and assassin to the Don Quixote pirate. She is a tall, slim young woman who wears lipstick and a burgundy French-made outfit with matching high heels. Her devil fruits, in my opinion, is one of the best devil fruits for nightly activities because it allows her to totally transform into pretty much any kind of weapon or sexual toy that can then be used on me or you for some nightly fun. She's beautiful and quite strong in her own right and honestly deserves the number 13 slot on this list in my opinion. Moving on, we have the first of the Straw Hats and it's their very own navigator. It's number 12, Nami. Now Nami is one that needs no real explanation. She's smart, beautiful, and driven to the most sexiest of all goals. The goal to make as much money as possible in as short a time as possible. She's also the character Oda considers the most attractive out of every character in the One Piece series. So yeah, number 12 is perfect for Nami. Up next we have number 11, Madame Shirley, the short fin Mako shark mermaid living on Fishman Island. Madame Shirley is also the fortune teller who predicts Luffy to destroy Fishman Island one day in the future. She has short black hair that covers one side of her face, and has a dark blue tail with a dorsal fin on her lower back where the human and fishman halves meet. She's also got this kind of goth-like look that also gives off a sense of insecurity about her. She's totally my type, and honestly part of me wants to place her higher on this list, but with so many beauties left to talk about, I just can't possibly do that. So number 11 is where she remains for now. Moving on, we have the first of the top 10. It's number 10, Rocky. Rocky is one of the warriors that fought to take back Upper Yard from Enel. She's a tall woman with long black hair normally tied into an elaborate ponytail on the back. She has dark green eyes and her lips are also apparently covered in pink lipstick. And like all the Shandias, she has two small wings on her back that give off a deserved angel-like appearance. And immediately, many of you might disagree and have an argument against her being in the top 10 over people like Nami or Madame Shirley. But to that I say sue me. I like what I like and that's Rocky. Quickly moving on, we have number 9. The foxy lady known as Portia. Portia is considered an idol by her own crew and is loved by almost every man who ever lays eyes on her. She's slender and young and has dark blue hair, blue eyes, and a long pointed nose. She is seen wearing a pink jumpsuit with extremely puffed out pant legs. Her top is normally left unzipped, revealing a sexy bikini top beneath it. She is also never seen without the standard foxy pirate mask on her face. which honestly in my opinion just adds to her mystique and gives off an almost Catwoman-like vibe, which you can all agree Catwoman is incredibly sexy. So yeah, she makes the top 9 on this list almost just because of that one reason. But now at number 8, we got the criminally underused Sadie, or as she likes to be referred to as, Little Sadie. Sadie was the chief guard of Impel Down and easily one of the hottest characters Oda has ever thought up. She's a relatively slim and tall woman with long unkempt orange hair, and bangs that cover almost all of her face. She resembles the design of what I would picture as a dominatrix, but also has the demeanor of a submissive pet. She dresses in a very skimpy hot pink devil-themed outfit, which is almost certain to have all of you pausing and looking closer to just inspect it more. She carries around a pitchfork and wears a headpiece that resembles Satan's horns. All in all, she's just an incredibly desirable woman and one that definitely belongs as a number 8 slot on my list. And now at number 7 we got Black Maria, the strongest of the 6 Sonoichi of the Beast Pirates. She's a youthful woman of incredible size, measuring in at a massive 8.2 meters tall, which for perspective is slightly larger than even that of Kaido, which means she fits the bill for anyone looking to satisfy their giantess fetish. Oh, and did I also mention she owns her very own brothel on Onigashima, which means there's plenty of fun to be found with a beauty like her. But moving right along, we have number 6, the hottest member of the Charlotte family. It's Charlotte Gillette, the 18th daughter and 42nd child of the Charlotte family. Gillette is a pale-skinned woman of average size and short curly hair that covers the right side of her face. She has yellow eyes and notably thick eyelashes. She wears a short red fillet dress with a long dark feathered coat covering over most of it. She has 2 arrow-shaped horns at the top of her head that give off a devil-like appearance. So yeah, she's just gotta be number 6 on my list. But now as the first of the top 5, it's number 5, Boa Hancock. And I think out of every woman on this list, I don't think anyone would disagree with her being ranked in the top 5 of One Piece's hottest. Like, this is the Pirate Empress for God's sake. She's just gotta be in the top 5. Like, who else is so above men that they can bend like this in front of them? Boa is beyond beautiful, and it's because of that beauty that her otherwise useless devil fruit becomes one of the most dangerous of all time. And also, not to mention, in the world of One Piece, Boa Hancock is also considered the most beautiful person in the entire world. So yeah, number 5 for the Pirate Empress Boa Hancock. But now moving on, we have the number 4 pick, Nico Robin. And like Nami, she needs no real explanation. She's absolutely gorgeous and one of the hottest characters in the entire series. Not to mention, she's freakishly smart and powerful, and one day the key to every One Piece secret that exists today. So for that alone, the girl's just gotta be ranked top 4, right? But now quickly moving right along, we have the first of the top 3. It's Koala. Koala is a high-ranking officer of the Revolutionary Army and my Sabo ship. She's cute and adorable in just about every way possible. She's short, slim, and curvaceous, and has a pronounced hourglass figure in the anime. Her hair is orange in color and she has big round blue eyes. She's one of the few characters that I actually hope to see a lot more of in the future, and with the potential fight brewing with the Revolutionaries and the God's Knights, that just might actually happen. But for now, she remains at the number 3 slot on my list of the most attractive One Piece characters of all time. Moving on, we have the runner-up to the most attractive character in all of One Piece. It's number 2, Uta. Uta comes from the One Piece movie film Red and is essentially Shanks' adoptive daughter. She's an incredible musician who has one of the coolest devil fruits of all time. She's of medium height with bright purple eyes, long hair with one side being white and one side being red. She wears a short white dress that goes as far down as her thighs. She's beautiful and sweet looking and someone who almost certainly needs to be seen in the manga and anime a hell of a lot more. But now for the number 1 most attractive One Piece female of all time, in my opinion, it's Domino. Someone I'm certain none of you even remember existed in the One Piece universe. Domino is the head jailer of Impel Down. She's a slim woman with long wavy blonde hair, who also wears a modified version of the militaristic style uniform. She also wears extremely sexy brown boots that go all the way up to her thighs. And what's more, after the time skip, she's somebody who came back even hotter than she was before, as now she does not wear the white shirt that she used to wear under her jacket, and instead now bears more skin for us to enjoy. Sadly, however, her cleavage is slightly disguised by her tie. But hey, what are you gonna do? You can't have it all, I guess. But now before I end off, I just want to give an honorable mention to Smoker in Tashiki's body. Like, for all intents and purposes, he definitely ranks the number 1 of the One Piece's most hottest females of all time. But it's just a minor issue that he's not actually a full-fledged woman that holds him back. But now with all of that out of the way, that's gonna do it for me in this video on One Piece's top 30 hottest females of all time. I hope you all enjoyed and subscribed for more. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and peace.